What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Out of the Heroes, and today we're going to be talking a little bit more about the Void Hoard. You saw earlier today, we kind of just jumped into it. We didn't really do much of a strategy. We just wanted to see what it was all about, but we've been breaking down the event a little bit more, and we have some tips for you guys in order to try to like optimize your progression. Now, the one thing that is certain here is that the rewards seem to be pretty much static. It doesn't seem to be like one person is going to get more rewards than someone else. They're just going to get them at a faster pace. And of course, the first week of this is going to be the roughest one because everybody is shoved in Hoard 1 together. Eventually, the higher tier players are going to move on to 2, 3, 4, 5, and even 6 for the really high tier people. So definitely keep that in mind. The first week is going to be rough because it's PvP, and if you're free to play, you're not going to stand a chance. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'm going to go over a couple tips and information for you guys here today. Let's get going. So again, I've seen a lot of questions and confusion on this game mode about how you get resources, who's going to get more resources. It's unfair because it's a PvP mode. Even I felt that way at first, but the more you take a look at this game mode, the more you understand it, and there's really one big key point to understand right here on the main screen here. Right here, the amount of resources in each hoard is a fixed amount, and the accumulation is based on the idler's excavation efficiency. The hoard will be closed once all resources are excavated. So you'll notice there's a bunch of resources here that you can get, and then when you jump into it, you can see the actual efficiency that you have. Since I have a level 9 base right now, I have a much higher efficiency than the base 100. And this is what I'm generating every 20 minutes. It's not every 5 seconds like we have in normal campaign. And you can see your actual progress and what you've collected so far. Now, again, this is interesting because, again, remember, based on what void campaign level that you've cleared through, that's how many hordes you'll have available. You see, I don't even have level 6 ready just yet. And remember, this is a static amount. Just because you don't even have a single depth 1 place you're holding, your efficiency is still going to be at 100%, which means even compared to the top players in the game, you're going to generate these resources 4 times slower, 3 times slower, 3 times slower, 4 times slower. I forget how math works sometimes in my head, guys. But essentially what that means is no matter what, every single person that goes through Hoard 1 will get these resources eventually. Now, what that'll mean, again, is people like me, then level 9, other people in depth 10, they're going to push through this much faster. And if we take a look at this, this has been going about 40 minutes for me. So every 20 minutes is about 1%. So what does that equal to? 1%, you get to multiply it by 100. So if we go 20 minutes, let's do an hour is 3%. You need 100 hours at this rate, right? Does that sound right? Wait a minute. No, that's not right. Gonna divide it by 3. It's like a 33% then, right? So 33 hours, it sounds like, to get the max hero bag capacity, which should be really fast, but that's if you keep your level. Honestly, you can see right here, I've already been fought against, and I defended properly, so I kept my location. Granted, that person did a big mistake. They went against someone who has the 50% bonus buff at the moment, which is kind of important. You can't actually go back and look at other lower depths, I noticed, once you get to a certain progression point. So that is something to keep in mind. And yeah, so eventually everybody's going to get these resources. That's really not anything to worry about. Not whatsoever, because all this stuff right here is your normal loot. The Void Hoard is completely different resources. And then once we move on to the higher tiers, well, guess what? That will actually open up more depth opportunities for other players to jump into and get. You might only have depth 1 unlocked, and the max rewards you're going to get are these. You're only going to be able to get 162,000 stellar shards. You're only going to be able to get, what's that? 640,000 of what? Is it any one? Yeah, any one of the rewards, right? Yeah, one of the rewards. So it's not a ton of additional resources, but you will continue to go through this as time goes on. And I'm wondering if it's going to take more and more time as the Void campaign Hoard difficulty goes up as well. So keep that in mind. You're not going to be like gate locked out of this game mode or anything. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to generate those resources. One thing I was trying to take a look at, and even I didn't really notice it. It doesn't sound like you keep generating these resources after the cap, because again, like it says right here, there's a fixed cap on how many you can accumulate in each hoard. So it's not like an infinite resource generator from the sounds of it. We might turn out to be something different. We don't know, but that is something to do. Number 2 is, of course, don't fight someone that has this timer. If you see a blue ring of any quantity around a target, do not attack them. If you attack them, you are going to be going up against a team and have 50% less attributes. That is... yeah, you're not going to be able to do it. I'm sorry. You're just not going to be able to beat someone. So you're going to have to pay attention and fight ones that are, you know, that don't have a timer. But of course, not a team that has this much power. How much power is that? 50. Wow. 50. That's pretty crazy. What's the highest right now? 50, 37, 50. Wait, that looks like the weakest team right there. That's surprising. Snuck right in. Wait, that's a weak team too. My team's probably weaker. I say weak, but you can see the difference in power levels. There's some people that have like a decent 22. There's others that have 35. And there's people that have 60 million power. Oh, wait, million? No, 60. No, wait. Am I doing these decimal points wrong? I am, I think. Yeah, 6 million power. Yeah. Yeah, 60, that would be insane. That's like Guild War levels type thing. But yeah, so there's gonna be some really tough competition. Now, one thing to keep in mind is these exploration energy points. If you are someone who just jumps on 1 time a day, that's fine. Try to take over a spot. If you hold it for the day, cool. If you don't, you'll get 4 hours of a higher efficiency, and then you'll drop down to 100%. But again, you're not really missing out on anything. Unless you're really pushing the end game content very far, it's not going to be something to even worry about. What my suggestion is number 1, you don't need to spend any gems on this, it seems like. I did this morning just to try some extra attempts, see what the game mode is about. It's not something you need to do. What you should be doing, if you want to push for progression, is every 4 to 5 hours, probably more like every 5 hours, because that gives you an hour of exposure. Being someone who can be taken over, basically makes it so that you have time during the day to reclaim a spot, because if you get kicked out, you're going to drop down in levels, and you can actually get dropped all the way down to level 0. So keep that in mind. That's something to be aware about. You want to jump on during the day so that you can then reclaim another higher position and keep a higher efficiency. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's a couple tips and information, some clarification for you guys that were a little confused about this game mode. Again, it looks like it's all 100% fixed resources. So once you unlock and get the resources, it seems like they're done. We'll have to see, of course, though. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.